In 1932, the Australian government declared war, not on a foreign nation, not on a human army, on emus. Giant, flightless birds that roamed the outback in the tens of thousands, and won. This is the story of the Great Emu War, one of the most bizarre military engagements in modern history. After World War I, thousands of veterans were given land in the Campion district of Western Australia. The government hoped farming wheat there would revitalize the economy. But the settlers had competition. Emus, enormous birds standing nearly 6 feet tall, had discovered that farmland meant easy food. By 1932, a herd of roughly 20,000 emus had descended on the Campion district. They destroyed crops, broke fences, and let in rabbits. The farmers were desperate. The farmers appealed to the government. Their solution was bold, if unusual: deploy the Royal Australian Artillery. Major G.P.W. Meredith of the 7th Heavy Battery was given command of the operation, along with 2 Lewis machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. The mission sounded simple: cull the emu population. What could go wrong? The campaign began on November 2nd, 1932. Soldiers herded a group of about 50 emus near a dam, the perfect choke point. They opened fire. The emus scattered in all directions, making targeting nearly impossible. The birds seemed to melt into the scrubland. The Lewis guns jammed. Only 12 emus were killed. The news made national headlines, not in triumph, but in mockery. Military planners hadn't accounted for one crucial fact. Emus are extraordinarily hard to kill. Their bodies are tough, their feathers dense, and they absorb bullets in ways that would stop most animals. But worse, they don't run in herds. When threatened, they split into small groups and scatter. There's no single mass target. Major Meredith later observed, and this quote has gone down in history, that the emus appeared to operate with a form of guerrilla warfare. Each emu seemed to have a plan to individually escape. Killing thousands of them, even with machine guns, proved extraordinarily difficult. The operation had drawn serious attention. Sir George Pearce, Australia's Minister of Defence, had enthusiastically backed the campaign, earning him the ironic nickname Minister of the Emu War. Meanwhile, an ornithologist watching the operation made a dryly scientific observation. If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They could face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks. They are like Zulus, whom even dum-dum bullets could not stop. After less than a week, the military withdrew in embarrassment. With fewer than 300 emus killed, at a cost of thousands of rounds, the press had a field day. But the emus kept coming. Farmers renewed their appeals. In mid-November, the military returned. This time, guns were mounted on trucks to give mobile firepower. The plan? Chase the emus across open ground. The result? The emus were faster than the trucks. The terrain was too rough. The guns rattled uselessly as the birds outpaced the vehicles. Again, the operation ended early. Back in Parliament, the operation was roasting. Opposition members demanded to know how many soldiers had been injured by the emus. The answer was none, but that wasn't the point. The army had used thousands of bullets to kill a few hundred birds, while the rest of the flock moved on undisturbed. Newspapers ran cartoons. The word fiasco appeared regularly. Eventually, the military was pulled from the operation entirely. The emus had effectively won. The government turned to less dramatic solutions. A bounty system was introduced. Farmers were paid for each emu they killed.
Hundreds of thousands would be killed this way over the following decades. More practically, long emu-proof fences were built across Western Australia, eventually stretching for thousands of kilometers. These fences, combined with more targeted culling, slowly brought the emu numbers under control. But the Great Emu War itself remained officially a defeat, the only military operation in history officially lost to wildlife. Today, the Great Emu War is celebrated as one of history's great absurdist tales. It has inspired books, documentaries, a surprisingly passionate Reddit fan base, and more than one indie video game. But it also raises a serious question that ecologists have since explored. What happens when human agriculture collides with wild animal populations? The emus weren't attacking anyone. They were following food. The real lesson of the Great Emu War isn't about emus winning or Australia losing. It's about the collision of industrial ambition and wild nature, and how often nature refuses to simply cooperate. The emus are still out there, by the way, millions of them, and they have absolutely no idea they're famous.